Nigeria's Ministry of Works, Land and Housing are collaborating with the MDGs office to improve the lives of the many people living in slums in the country. Last year, our visit to Ondo State, Moferere, revealed the hard work of the ministry and the MDGs office. The office, working in collaboration with the federal government's Ministry of Works and Housing, started a pilot project of urban renewal and slum upgrading in Moferere. The objective was to deliver basic municipal infrastructure and services in poor urban settlement through construction and rehabilitation and upgrading of existing ones in collaboration with local government and communities.
We have embarked more vigorously on the project of slum upgrading, whereby we provide poor community, poor neighborhoods with basic municipal infrastructure. We're talking of good drainage systems, roads, power, that's electrical power, water supply schemes. We also build objects of public utilities, like you have skill acquisition centers, library, crèche, community buildings. All this is to improve the quality of life, bring about healthy environment to the communities.
The overall impact of the project will be on reduction of poverty, improved health, and improved standards of living.
Housing, we all know, is the second most important need of man. And in fact, that is precisely why the present administration of Dr. Goodluck Jonathan decided to split the Ministry of Housing and Urban Development from the former Ministry of Works, so as to place more focus on housing development. The ministry has been taking some very huge steps to cut down the population of those residing in the slum areas. Presently, we are embarking on the provision of serviceable land plots for development of residential housing in different parts of the country. We intend to create new towns near the congested cities where we will provide service plots with the basic infrastructure so that population can move from the congested cities into these service plots. So in that way, we will be providing neat environments for people to move in, thus decongesting the urban centers.
Today, Ondo State Moferere has been transformed to a central business district. The project was completed 3 years ago with about 500 million naira. Having recorded success with the pilot scheme affecting 500,000 people in Moferere, the MDG's officers now set higher target of achieving a significant improvement in the lives of at least 100 million slum dwellers.
It has a lot to do with urban planning. When you look at the migratory trends that we have because of poverty, you suddenly find that even though a town is well planned and the investments are phased over a period of 10 years, 15 years, when you suddenly have the incidence of poverty and people moving from the rural areas to urban centers to look for a livelihood, then everything is stressed. Your sites and services will be stressed, and therefore you'd have a huge problem with slum dwellers. And that's what's happening, I think, in Nigeria, is that we have not been able to reduce the poverty to the level at which we're not finding these migratory trends. They're happening a lot for us with the Almajiri that you see in the country coming from very poor areas. But in the case of Abuja, you will see as quickly as we are trying to build areas and suburbs, at the same time, a huge growth of some of the slums that we have. So for that, there have been investments in the Ministry of Housing, to look at how they would look at the sanitation aspects of it and sites and services, planning cities better so that the provision is there for those that come in rather than take things into their own hands.
This has been going on quietly in many rural communities of Nigeria, costing about 3 billion naira for slum upgrading and sanitation projects funded by the 2005 debt relief gains through the conditional grant scheme to states and local government areas. The MDGs office is striving to bring positive changes to the lives of the rural poor in the country. Nigeria was ranked one of the 50 richest countries in the early 1970s. Today, Nigeria has retrogressed to become one of the 25 poorest countries at the threshold of 21st century. The MDG's office hopes to reverse this by working hard towards achieving the Millennium Development Goals by the year 2015.